Greetings, everyone. We are Babysitters, and today we will present Chapter 3 and 4. But first, I will introduce you to our team members. We have Jolie, Naiva, Minh Khuê, Hồng Ngọc, Cẩm Toàn, and myself, Phi Long. In Chapter 3, we'll cover analyzing the marketing environment, and in Chapter 4, we'll talk about managing marketing information to gain customer insight. First, we'll talk about micro and macro environment. In the marketing environment, it consists of two elements, that is micro environment and macro environment. In the micro environment, it consists of actors that is close to the company that affect its ability to engage and serve the customer, while in the micro environment, it consists of broader forces that affect the actors inside of the microenvironment. There are 6 actors that affect the marketing, that is the company itself, suppliers, marketing intermediaries, competitors, publics, and customers. In the company, marketing managers cannot make a good marketing plan without the help from other departments like R&D or finance. So they need to work with others to bring out the best possible plan for their product. Next is the marketing intermediaries. They help the marketing managers or the marketing department to promote, sell, and distribute the goods that the company offered. And the customer actors is the most important actors in the microenvironment, because if the marketers cannot understand the wants and needs of their customer, they cannot create a product that can satisfy the customers. Move on to the macro environment. We have 6 forces, that is demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural environment. I will talk about the first 2, that is demographic and economic. The definition of it, it's the study of human population in terms of size, density, location, age, gender, face, occupational, and other statistic. The marketers, they are interested in the demographic because it involves people, and people are the actors that make up the markets. There are some demographic trends in the world, such as the world population growth and the changing age structure of world population. But I will show you a type of trend that is quite popular, that is the generational marketing. There are 4 generations in this trend, that is baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. And I will talk about Gen Z mostly because we are Gen Z after all. So we are comfortable with technology. People say that technology is in our DNA. We have our mobile devices with us all the time, always connected to the internet. So it's make us online all the time, make us highly social, and it makes the marketers to need to have an appropriate way to approach us as a customer, to like mobile ads or short videos like on TikTok. The other environment, my friend Ngọc will talk to you more about the natural and technological environment.
So now we come to the next point, which is the natural and technological environment. So the first one, I want to explain detail for you about what is the natural environment. The natural environment is the physical environment and the natural resources that are needed as imposed by marketers or that are affected by marketing activities. So in today's modern society, we also can see that the natural environments is a hot topic for global issues. Overviews is really increasingly the choice. So you can see that more of the natural environments are growing shortages of raw materials. Moreover, it also increased pollution, increased government interventions, and um, finally you can see that is developing strategies that support environment sustainability. So however, marketing is the tool to help convey the message to consumers in another words, direct awareness of the people in other words. With the natural environment, environmental sustainability involves developing strategies and practice that create a world economy that the planet can support indefinitely. So I have a sample for thus, Starbucks implemented marketing campaigns to protect the environment when they use ingredients strips from papers and switch forward instead of plastic straws. Moreover, they also designed cup lists that do not then use straws. And I have an image for you. That is the example for the content I mentioned it. So with the technological environment, it also affect to protect environments. It's also it most the dramatic force in changing the marketplace. It also the new products and create many opportunities and finally it concern for the safety of new products. So now my teammates will show you about the marketing information and customer insight in the next terms.
Next, we'll focus on the political and cultural environments that make up the microenvironment of the marketing environment. So first, about the political environment. It is defined as laws, government agencies, and pressure groups that influence and limit various organizations and individuals in a society. So how does this affect companies? We have to know that governments set public policies, which are sets of laws and regulations enforced by government organizations on local, national, and international scales that limit business activities. This means that public policy has a direct impact on marketing activities. Therefore, companies have to be very careful with their marketing strategies and marketing activities so that they fall into the correct framework of the political environment. So next we have the cultural environment, which is defined as institutions and other forces that affect society's basic values, perceptions, preferences, and behavior. We have to know first that people are driven by two things. First are the core values, and second are the secondary values. The core values are persistent and difficult to change. They are beliefs that are passed down from parents to children and reinforced by institutions. These are what usually determine one's behavior as well as their perceptions on several topics. This is why companies should not focus on trying to change those core values, but rather focus on changing the secondary values, which are more flexible and open to change. So there are definitely more chances for a company to influence a person's secondary values, or as they are a lot less determined and fixed compared to the core values. So finally, considering all the elements that make up the marketing environment, how do companies react to the marketing environment that's constantly changing today? There are three stances that a company can take. First is the inactive stance, where the marketing environment is seen as an uncontrollable element where companies react and adapt. They make up marketing strategies that aim to avoid threats and use opportunities. Next, we also have the proactive stance, where companies change the marketing environment themselves. They create opportunities by creating new industries and new structures in which they dominate and in which they kickstart it. Therefore, they do this with aggressive actions. Lastly, we have the reactive stance, where companies just watch and react rather than do something about it, which is why many people say that companies should not take a reactive stance and rather focus on trying to be a proactive company.
Hello everyone. I am going to talk about marketing information and its relationship to customer insights. Why do we need marketing information? As we've mentioned many times before in the first 3 chapters, the goal of marketing is to understand customers and what do they need or what do they want. Therefore, marketing information is much necessary because company needs to dig deep insights into customers' needs and wants. By having marketing information, companies may develop competitive advantages compared to other companies because of their understanding of customers' needs and wants. This leads us to the next slide of how can we gain marketing information? Well, company can gain marketing information by a system called Marketing Information System, or MIS in short. There are 3 main steps in the marketing information system. First of all is to access information needed. That means a company may decide what to collect, what to analyze, what to store, and whether they need more data. Secondly is to develop needed information. That means we screen and choose the right data to analyze. And finally, analyzing and using information. That means we give the data that we have chosen to customer relationship managers for them to analyze, or we put them into marketing analytics tools and technologies which help us dig out meaningful patterns among the big data that we've collected and help gain customer insights. Now we're going to take further look into the second step, which is developing needed information. How can we develop information? We can do that by 3 methods. First of all is the internal database. Internal database are data or information collected from the company network. Secondly, we may do that by competitive marketing intelligence. That means the systematic monitoring, collecting, and analyzations of publicly available information. And we may even track other companies' strategies if we do by marketing intelligence. And lastly, we may do that by marketing research, which will be mentioned further by my teammate.
In this part, we talk about marketing research. Marketing research is the systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization. The process of marketing research has 4 steps. First is defining the problem and research objective. The objective of exploratory research is to gather preliminary information that will help define problems and suggest hypotheses. The objective of descriptive research is to better describe marketing problems, situations, or markets. Causal research aims to test hypotheses about cause and effect relationships, developing the research plan on how the information will be gathered. We are developing it from the primary and secondary data sources, which will be used to implementing marketing research plan on its step 3. Implementing the research plan means putting it into action. This means collecting, processing, and analyzing the information. Final is interpreting and reporting the findings. The interpretation should not only be done by the researchers, but also by the marketing managers who know about the problem and the decisions that need to be made. The next part is about the challenges regarding marketing research. First is integrating multiple data sources. To overcome this hurdle, Postcard elaborate custom solution that makes different research methods. For example, if a client's objective would be best addressed by engaging consumers from a wide range of markets, but they the budget and our timing allows for only 1 or 2 markets, we might recommend a combination of in-person qualitative and digital, online or mobile. Qualitative to answer both the breadth and depth the client needs, while also managing costs and not impacting the timeline. Second is effective data management. While synthesizing different data sources can deliver powerful, fast insight, this approach also includes its own set of unit challenges. Every company situation is unique, and finding the right data sources often requires innovative thinking. With an explosion in the amount of data organizations are able to capture, and data and analytics will play a larger role in marketing research. In addition to data management and data mining and visualization will become increasingly important in order for organizations to create predictive models of customer life cycle. They also expect marketing research firms to hire more data scientists in the future. Choosing the right technological solution. A multitude of new computer tools and platforms are now available to facilitate data visualization, analysis, and mining. But with so many options available, it can be a full-time job just to stay on top of the software that's available, staying competitive in shifting landscape. The challenges that market researchers face today are often related to time, cost, and the role of big data and technology. But on the flip side of these challenges are unique opportunities for experimentation and innovation. Now we talk more about the methods of both primary data collection methods and research context methods. Primary data collection methods include observational, survey, and experimental. Research contact methods include mail, telephone, personal interview, and online. Both have advantages and disadvantages that way to take into consideration.
Moving on to the fourth part of chapter 4, which is analyzing and using marketing informations. So first, company capture informations at customer touch point, which include every contact between a consumer and company. These information will be gathered into big data. So next, to maintain the important information, they will use CMR, which is Customer Relationship Management, which consists of software and analyzing tool to integrate, analyze, and apply information to build stronger customer relationship. CMR is widely used by every company. For example, Apple. When you buy Apple products, you have to sign into the Apple ID. This unique ID will synchronize across the device and save music, film preference, and provide best recommendations for you based on what you like. So for user, this is convenient, and for Apple, this tool provides insight on what customers like, and it can be used for effortless target marketing. Marketer important job is also to dig out the meaningful pattern in big data to gain customer insight. So these marketing information will later on be used to make important marketing decision. In some cases, this means the manager have to receive a regular report. However, they may need to access to non-routine information randomly. Moving on to other marketing information considerations, including marketing research in small business and non-profit organizations. So, small business and non-profit organizations also need marketing information. With small budget, they can use secondary data, observation, experiment, and survey. International marketing research deal with diverse market, which makes it hard to gather useful marketing information, so they have to collect their own primary data. Next, we're moving on to public policy and ethics in marketing research. So many consumers strongly resent or mistrust marketing research. So all organizations need to act responsibly concerning major public policy and ethical issues surrounding marketing research, including issues of intrusions on consumer privacy and misuse of research finding. That is the end of our presentations. Thank you for listening.